Hey, we live. Sanibonani emakhaya. This is your host Gaddafi Manafi. Gadala Anyala Mosadi. Sanibonani emakhaya. This is your host Gaddafi Manafi, the entertainment freedom fighter. And welcome to Attention Show, the voice of the entertainment industry, where I always promise to deliver you relevant information pertaining the industry, information, entertainment, and of course, what is Gaddafi Manafi without a pinch of controversy. And I'm telling you guys, I'm not bringing you any musician, any composer, any songwriter, any production company, any arranger, but I've brought someone that is a barraking Stina to a lot of people, and to me as well. I don't know how I'm compared to this guy because I'm nothing compared to this guy. I'm actually much more better. The thing is, I just address issues. Lo muntu lona is I don't know. And I said this, ukuthi mina ngiyadina, yena uyanyanyisa. And that's exactly that. There's only one word that people are very familiar with in Bedi language, is that muthu wa shishimisha kudu kudu. This is the best description of what this person is. He's a retired musician. I just want you to see him. Hi, Blessings. We Rowana Legai. Last video today.
No, I think we'll combine the two.
Okay.
We'll see whichever one.
How are you?
I'm okay. Yourself?
Kisha, are you a retired musician or you're still a musician?
Well, it depends on how you look at it, because I'm a musician. I don't know if it's somebody who plays music, sings, or whatever. But if it's any of the two, then I would say I'm still there, because I do play from time to time for church, and then I still go there. I don't follow much in terms of the latest stuff there. So yeah, I think in that sense I can say I've retired from the mainstream music.
Being a full-time musician. You were a full-time musician though, right?
Yeah, I was.
Okay. Anyway, I was saying that you are described as I describe you as a retired musician because I've never heard you play. I just see you posing Gayo guitar, Gayo with your bassist, but I don't know if you can actually play. Which is why I actually this leads to the first question. Oh, okay, maybe not the first, but to this question: why are you attacking bassists so much?
I think more it's because I'm more familiar in the art. So I know if I'm being critical of Batbandala bass, and then I can my critique can be much informed. Unlike a drama, I would not know what does it take to be a drummer. But I'm more about Batbandala bass, because I can actually even though also you've never heard me play, I can actually play the instrument. Why wanna well? Yeah.
Okay.
So right.
I see. So ucheka bona batho ba criticize.
Let me confess, initially I was like any other guy in the gospel industry. listening to your Sabelo Masonto, your Beckham Mthethwa. Because I got an one about Pili by Lore, they were out there.
Yeah.
Especially Modi Radio, whenever you hear a gospel song,
Yeah.
and you want to know who are the guys playing that song. Those were the first
Mm.
guys that are Ngcobo. So I used to
Mm.
listen to a lot of Becca, my one, even though I cannot say you can hear yeah, na Heke Lala. But he's a guy, yeah, na Lebo Savelo, other guys that were inspiring me at the time. Heke na I don't know,
Mm.
they're still a career Monty.
Yeah. So they were dopest, but now you don't find them as dope as you used to.
No, 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 no. Now they're irrelevant. I won't lie. But about they're in the back seat more now.
Yeah.
Not because of the skill, but I think because of the exposure that I now have in terms of the industry as a whole. You know,
Yeah.
at the time I didn't know guys like your Vuyo Manyike,
Yeah.
yeah, Dexabatsi. But now that I know them, I'm not saying they're better, but if we were to put them down, more classing, probably they'd get a better percentage in Gabeli test.
What is
I
better
understand.
percentage?
Well, I would say Puyo is a 101, then your Beka, Kubegan, and whatnot. But Lalela more who pass mark, you're 30%. So, not because of the skill. Don't get me wrong. Stop misinterpreting it. The guys can play. They can play because
Yes.
they've been playing. But what I'm saying,
Uh,
Gordon, now that I'm exposed out there, okay, I got to know there's actually, way more than what we, hear on the more on gospel.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And I asked I asked Lindani Shabalala or offer what title suits you as a person, because like I was like, okay, you're a critic, you're also a comedian. I mean, like some of the statuses you can see, or you just when you go provoke about, it's not that it's what you actually want to say, but you just want to provoke people. And he
Mm.
said that you're a satirist. A satirist, he says, that is a person who uses humor, irony, exaggeration, ridiculous to expose and criticize people's stupidity and vices. Do you think that's the right title for you?
Oh, okay, English, you know? Well, let me say yes. Let me say yes because what happens is that most of the time we cannot really go direct. Let's take maybe Ronaldo an issue with a certain artist, for example. It will be
Mm,
unfair, and it will also look like there's some sort of bad blood between myself and them if I were to go out and about them direct. So what happens, Kore, we find a way that people can laugh about it, but still know what there's an issue that needs to be fixed. You understand?
yeah,
So
yeah.
I think I can take that title. But also, there's more blessing, man. Can't tell you, can't tell you when Facebook fella.
Well, besides nama, like you cooking or something, morangi meat. These days,
Yeah.
you are all that's all you do. You're forever cooking and eating.
No, I think when you want sponsorship, what do you do? You speak about the company. At the end of the day, you will talk about that brand. But Morangi meat is sharp. So what I
Yeah,
do, not I'm telling you, man, I do a lot of things. Gee, what say, man, do a lot of things. But most of all, the time and naganalabana. I think that's
yeah.
what needs to stand out above all. I understand
Or
or
dia
behind the hmm?
or dia lo apparently o na le noga. Ke nnete?
No, 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 no. I cannot know, but I think I was a bit wiser than my Saba used to.
Yeah.
So one of the only catching on to the boat that I sailed long ago, Panabal, and to some
Mm,
of them it's not working anymore. So the question now is, now we are if we are doing the very same thing yet we failing. I understand.
yeah. Yeah.
But even if
Are
Negnali or
you
Nanora, I wouldn't tell you. Serious, I don't know. It's impossible.
I see. I see. So sponsorship
Hmm.
is sa morangi meat is sona ke sponsorship se se yang. Ba go fa nama?
No, well. it's not a sponsorship as yet. That's what I'm actually trying to get to. Or whenever I have because I'm trying to get into the food industry. So if I can have guys like that backing me up, then it would be fine. But whenever I and they do other stuff, go sound, go musicking, which I really
Yeah,
don't
that I know.
follow much.
That I know.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they sell meat most of the time. So I'm trying to have them back me, that I know maybe I can
But
try something out.
but why are you getting into the food industry? What's your non-so?
Hey. Can I list six pack? Who you want?
Six pack egg. No, and
Man,
this is for
hmm?
me. This is one thing I'm gonna tell you in public. You used to look good. Now you look like a moeba. I don't know, like elephant. I don't know what's going on. Like, can you fix your life?
What, blame Msadi. Blame Msadi. You know, that's the I think
You are the one who's
no, no, no.
always cooking, not her.
Yeah, but I'm not cooking for daily consumption. Nights once off, maybe once or twice in a month. Hekinyaga, to go all out. But once you get settled down, no tolamo to back then, the reason I used to look good, if that's what you call it, was because I was still trying to catch a fish. I understand. But now that the fish is out of the water, then why do we need to, continue that path? Unless if
No,
I'm a model or something like that. But if we're not
no.
put in public or no blessing, do something about it. I think I should.
Yes, you should. You should, because
Yeah.
it's not just about looking good, but it's about being healthy. Health issues. It's very important. Like I mean, motho a ka re o guess-e- o ka re motho a guess age ya ba kana re bo 67 ye 68 ra. You know.
But when I try to lahlela dithotse. Wow, wow, wow. It's not that bad, man. It's definitely not that bad. But the one thing that I've noticed, you know what
Uh,
I noticed.
yeah.
This morning I was like, okay, what can I wear? Since on the picture on the post, I got a suit or half jersey on. Then I go to
Yeah.
the very same attire, okay, even my hair couldn't fit in there. So they are not, hey, what can I wear? I tried different, shirts. Look at the suit.
Yeah.
If you know somebody who only can the suit size 30, 32, at the moment, because none of them fit me anymore. None of them.
Eh. Listen, you're not giving any of them away. You're going to work out, you're going to start eating healthy until the very same suits do all again. You're not giving them away until all again.
But a problem, if I go back there, but I can only eat. I'm telling you that no. That's the thing about us black people. We never
Uh,
satisfied with, I'm not saying we shouldn't look good, but if you have something, a source of income, for example, heusa no ni bara no o fa ba ga bo mosadi. You
yeah.
understand? And then if
Mm,
you hold on and if you put in a bit of weight, then bara no. It's wrong. So
mm.
you never know what to do, guys. I really don't know what to do. I would say
So when are you gonna stay unhealthy? So because uchabara batlo unhealthy anyway.
no. To be honest, I don't like how I look. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
because, truth be told, I do go more Facebook, or especially on my wall to check. Yeah, well, I don't know, man. Two different people. The guy on the picture and the guy that you're interviewing are two different people,
Mm.
especially body wise. So I can try. Katale, come on. Mara kya dijela haba tuwa banchi man. Hey, haba tuwa banchi kya dijela. Kya dijela won't lie.
E.g., like who?
Well, if I were to play bass and I go to join celebration, trust you me,
Mm.
you'd see the difference because you'd see the difference. If I were to play bass and go there, no, there is a difference in size. Whatever be playing, be looks, but I understand. Like, more Garijela. I don't want to lie. I didn't mention anybody. Garijela. No, I'm bad, but give me credit, man.
Okay, you're gonna start going to the gym. We are giving you 6 months. Let's see the
Yeah.
difference. Okay, do it for you. Do it for you. Don't do it for other people. Don't remain unhealthy because heaven. Anyway,
Yeah.
welcome to Attention. Thanks for making time for us. We actually got into the topic without even saying hi. I see your surname ke Motlhala, and then there's Tshepo Motlhala who also play bass. So I'm just wondering if Benjamin Dubeke ke malume ya gago as well.
No, we're not related, let's have in any way.
Mm,
But mobile song on Barakam TV. They'll correct me if I'm wrong. Not far from
mm,
Nagatswangona.
mm,
The surname, I think we just share a common surname, but I've never found any blood flowing in between Nale and other that is coming from the same person or whatever.
mm,
We're not
mm,
relatives, no.
mm. Because your voice tone, Vele, it's another Benjamin. So I just thought maybe,
Uh,
maybe.
and I have an album coming out soon. Soon, then you judge if I'm a retired musician or not. But for now, no, no, no.
Do you wanna sing like one line for us?
No, I don't want to give it away, man. The problem is that the problem if I sing now, they'll
Uh.
stop listening to Sia's album and come to me. So can I gotta let his album get the attention it needs for now, and then after I'll take the attention back.
Oh
Yeah,
wow. Okay, fair enough. So how has COVID been? How has COVID been, and have you recovered?
yeah. Well, health wise, we have and I think my family was less affected by COVID in the sense that I
Mm,
don't have a relative that succumbed to the illness.
yeah,
But
yeah.
other than that, I think recovery wise, maybe we'd be looking at it from a business point of view or not. Things have not yet been gone back to how it
Mm,
was, and most probably it will never go back there. So
mm,
COVID did not take a life, but it did take a lot of money. So yeah,
yeah,
I think I've not recovered from that. No, I don't know
yeah.
where now because I see you are thriving. So I don't think you had any negative impact there on it.
I get jumpish. I just don't make it
No,
obvious. Yeah.
no, I'll jump easy. I'll jump easy. I don't even think even if you try, I didn't know that one. No, 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 I don't think so.
Yeah, well. Uh
Hmm.
I used the, like you were saying, what with the picture, I struggled to find the right picture. What which one? Because like Jaka you was like, oh wow, so I had to go back and take your one. So go was I mean? I made sure that I used the right picture for the profile.
No,
Next
but
time,
not my
let
name
it
carries
fit.
weight.
Hey,
No, no, you can continue.
Urlenge?
By the mention of it, people will definitely come in. It's impossible to
Excuse
say.
us. Excuse us. Marawa sa go tsebeng.
Ora ba gona ba sa ntsebeng?
Ba gona o sa go tsebeng. Kwana Michael Jackson gane.
Eh?
Kwana Michael Jackson.
No, no, no. But it's impossible, Rosanze. If you don't know me, then you don't want to know me. It's impossible. Especially more. I think more Gauteng. Yeah, perhaps if it's you are a musician, Otankwa, Limpopo, or KZN, then yeah,
Mm,
definitely got to see. I can really not say Chimra, Salamra. But as you develop, what I say.
I see. So
Hmm.
for people who don't know you, you said that you're not just blessing wa go dlala a retired basis, but you also do other businesses. Please tell us who Blessing is, so that we have a full idea what a Blessing ke mang.
All right. I think the best way to describe myself, number one, I'm a father, I'm a husband.
Mm,
Uh, also, um, I don't know if I can use the word entrepreneur or will it fit more description in here, but I'm somebody who's trying life, man. I've not yet figured
mm,
out, the right way to live life, but I'm constantly trying. And
mm,
also, I'm a law student. Or I think I should put it that out. Or no, Kiazama Zama or no. Or have a feature chance. I know how to respond to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I'm a businessman in the sense that I have a couple of businesses, three to be precise. So I think I qualify to call myself that.
Yeah. Nice. Nice. And
Yeah.
your music background. Please tell us a bit about that.
Well, I grew up cooking. I think that's how many of Majita are in gospeling and those who are
Mm.
in gospel
Yeah.
started. Then I started cooking from a very young age. My mother was a church going person. She still is. Lahana Biale.
Mm.
So
Mm.
initially, I didn't start out as somebody who wrote down music. I started out as somebody who wrote down preaching because I was a I don't know if I can say youth pastor, but I used to preach a lot go
Mm.
game in my early ages after matric, obviously. And then
Yeah.
how I got into the music industry, I realized, or most sister, especially church girls, when you propose
Yeah.
them, only someone of a pastor, hey, abadi me, abadi.
Yeah.
And then my friends who were someone who badala music, they were very lucky. So
Mm.
that now, man, make more music. Perhaps I will make it pay. Because in terms of work, it's about it's got no whole rafu man. How will you show moto no muruti M. And then
Yeah.
and then there was a guy called Sam Kian and Tutiling. Started out as a guy who was playing keys, learned keys, and then as time went by, the guy who was playing bass go church who
Yeah.
had to go to school or something like that. So we had
Mm.
to find somebody to play
Mm-hmm.
bass or whatever the case is. So because my keyboard we were two, and then I said, let me
Yeah.
learn this thing. So it's
Yeah.
very like I'm home. But I never really had the desire from from a young age or now I want to be in the music industry now.
Yeah. What have you always wanted to be?
Well, initially, because go high. Now I'm from Bushback. Sorry for not mentioning that. Go high. It's
Mm.
either you want to be a cop, teacher, or a nurse. So I wanted to be a teacher because it was this teacher who inspired me. But
Uh,
I even went to varsity to learn teaching. I just dropped out, just before my
mm,
third year. So I wanted
mm,
to be a teacher, principal, and just give back to the community. I think. But
mm.
next thing to the man at that age, things change.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not
Yeah. And when did you decide what I'm no longer going to be a full-time musician? And okay, before we get there, who are
Yeah.
you playing for? Like, did you play in anywhere in the industry, in the secular or in the gospel space, with any popular artist, or were you just like a church playing bassist?
No, I've never really prayed for anyone prominent, eh? Maramori gigging, we'd come across these guys. Sometimes they need somebody to play for them here and there, and then but not played for anybody prominent. I think my biggest space, mainly the show and concerts whereby our gospel group, whatever gospel group I was part of, used to host.
Yeah.
But I've always been a full-time church person. So Hegere Gazala music, I'm talking about the church environment.
Mm,
Outside of church, then it will be your smaller wedding gigs and whatnot.
yeah.
But
Mm,
I didn't get to that level whereby I can say I've played for so and so. No, I haven't
yeah.
did that. Yeah, but how I what was your question? Really, who are blind?
Yeah.
That's a
Ore, when did you draw the line? Ore, I'm no longer a full-time musician. I'm gonna be a sessionist, if I should put it that way. Play when you want to.
Okay, what happened, Corey? Um, Everything changed when I came to Gauteng. I think the full time desire was the time of Saleh Bush Bakrish. But I really had to
Yeah.
Gauteng, then went to school because I was at UJ doing
Mm,
the teaching that I was telling you about. And then
Mm.
what happened to Gore? Now that I was this side, I could meet Limajita, who I used to see on television. Wow, understand.
Mm.
So what
Mm.
happened to Gore? Whenever we go to a show, after the show, here high. I mean, me and this guy, we're catching the same taxi. Wow, understand.
Mm.
So now, man. These guys, I don't know, man. I don't know. I felt like there was something wrong in the industry, but still, I wanted
Mm.
to pursue that. I think I only decided not to go in full time once I was exposed to an alternative way of living because music at the time was really trying. Compare on those 500 per Sunday and whatnot. And at the time, they looked like a kitchen buy. I
Mm.
understand. So, but I
Mm.
decided not to be full time. I think after I got something else that was bringing in money.
Yeah. Was that before you were a father, before you married, or was it when you were
Yeah,
still young and hustling?
yeah, that was way before Banaba Fixa because I think my eldest son was 2018. So Wabana Rasim Mthethwa is only turning four
Yeah.
this December. But
Yeah.
that was way before. I think what happened to Gore, to be honest, the industry is not nice. Once you really know what's going on. So I got exposed more now, I think couple 2015, 16. No man. You cannot really survive by just doing this thing. What? Then
Mm.
I decided, let me see if whatever I can try works and whatnot. But I'll still be playing. Continue whatever I'll
Mm.
find. It's a spanner, then I get like this keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then, why do you people want to know why do you bash gospel musicians so much? Like we have secular, but you hardly like you would kind of make jokes. Ga mama and mama here and there, like Rico, we know what he's in hip hop and well, hip hop banzola. But you mostly target gospel musicians. Why is that?
I think it's because I was part of the industry, so I understand a bit about it. And also, I
Yeah.
think guys who are in the secular space, they're somehow making it, man. Karababona, man, guys about Pillar Sharp. You know, the Rico guy that you're talking about. The guy has a
Mm.
constant, I don't know if things have changed, but he used to have a constant income. It's on
Yeah.
Orquesta, which
Mm.
was a lot of money compared to, what other guys are getting. So the reason I'm
Mm.
more into this industry is because I feel that it needs to change. And the Majita who are upcoming really needs to know what the industry is about before
Yeah.
setting their heads or no, full time in this. So I target the
Mm.
industry because I feel like no man, it's not just it's not worth it basically.
Mm. So
Mm.
how much do they get paid for playing lately? Do you know? Like what again?
Yeah, well, the standard rate is 500 rand. That's the standard rate per Sunday or per service. So it depends. Do you want to get paid per Sunday or monthly? But most churches, what they do is that they pay Majita month and I think that's a better way of doing it than that is Sundays. So that's the average standard that these guys are making. So that is around about 2.5. Look at what. But there are big
Mm.
churches like your Grace Bible Church. I think Majita they are making plus minus 5,000. But there's no church that pays a musician more than 6,000, especially in the gospel industry. I haven't come across such.
Mm.
Mm.
So this is the amount they used to pay you back in the days when you played at church. So basically, these rates are not going up; they are just standard, or they go lower.
I think they're not going up. Me man, they stagnate. Now,
Yeah.
there was a church that I used to go to, go Bushbakrish. That is just Simon Mavilan. I even forgot. But that church, the pastor was a very wealthy guy. He just passed away, I think, recently, late last year. Condolences to him and the church. So, yana na because he used to pay us like 1,000 per service. So if
Mm.
per Sunday, I mean, if maybe per month you have four services, then you get about 4,000. But if there's
if there are services in between, like it's a Friday conference and whatnot, he'd still pay you 1,000. So I think the highest I've made for a church service now was around 5,000 a month.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, monthly. Yeah.
And one of the things that also need to know, and these are, I'm just reading out questions that were submitted. What are
Mm.
what are your personal what are your personal issues, Siyanqoba Mthethwa?
And see, I've never really met Sia face to face and sat down here or said a
Yeah.
word more. But
Mm.
see, I'm actually doing more good to him than people think whatsoever, because the more I talk about the guy, the more people want to know about him. So
Mm.
I just like the way he is. He's just a calm guy. He's one of the few guys that hasn't blocked me. I can see why. But I think
Yeah.
people realize that no, this guy is actually giving me exposure. But I have no
Yeah.
personal beef here. If I may put it this way, in fact, I respect Yena for who he is, and he's done a lot for him. I still
Yeah.
listen to him. Jambo Cheka Dai man. Valore, I cannot replicate him, but yeah, I struggle.
Yeah. So,
What
and
want to say?
what do you think about his album coming out?
Well, I think it's a gospel jazz album. In that,
Mm.
if you're looking for jazz, you won't find uh, jazz unfiltered. And if you're looking for a bit of gospel, you won't find gospel unfiltered there. But I
Yeah.
think he's what's like him, man. Hey, who was Mjitola? Was man? I think the album. I don't know whether I say it deserves more. Because
Yeah.
what's some push out? Okay, what is the more? Can I put in more if I'm to be called co studio? No, I cannot. But I feel it's not what I expected of him. Now there's a certain level of I expected from him, especially with his music background. But other than that,
Yeah.
I think the guys he worked with are proper guys and the vocals and whatnot.
Yeah. And so obviously you didn't watch the interview that I did with him. So what he said was the music that he released now is songs that he wrote way back, and there's still a lot of music that he still needs to release. So imagine this. Let's say he was at school when he recorded or when he wrote this music. So the music that is coming, it's actually what's more recent versus what he has, what he has released.
Yeah, but my take on that is that first impressions last, though. Well, I understand.
There is no way you can give somebody something that has expired, if I may put it that way. If it's music that is written, it's Asales Kolong, then you should
Uh,
realize, man, the chance to release it has long sailed, because no chance I release Asales Kolong. I think it will also make the judgment based on the position he is in terms of music. But Hanabi,
uh,
um, he's an award-winning musician, man. So there's no way I can judge Siyaka music wa khale. Le na wrong mo. Mo o ilahlile mo. There's no way, man.
uh,
O dirile phoso e nngwe kgolo. If
uh,
if you didn't get a chance to release the music as Alice Kolong, then I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe you should have started with the best of the best and then
yeah.
released into Yakale, as would understand. But
Yeah.
I don't buy that story.
But I'm just saying what that is a possibility. He said that it's old music. He still have more other music that he wants to release. Understand? So, but I get your point though. I get your point.
Mm.
So when according to you, who is your when you say like right now, who are you listening to? Who do you think is best in the game, especially in the
Go-
gospel space?
Well, more gospeling. I don't know, man. Hey, I don't know. Are you talking about an artist who sings, or are you talking about the band? Who are that?
All. Let's start from someone who sings and the band and go down like that.
Well, I prefer there's a man who's on Del Sprayty Baraki Papando Dumis. I don't know if you know him. He's a songwriter.
No, I
He's
can't
the guy
say.
that Barkan Dumi. So just listen to him if you get a chance. He's the guy that I listen to, not necessarily because he sings, but the texture and the style of writing that he has, I think it's spot on. And it's he has worked with a couple of legends, Bakale. So he has found a way to combine the two. The recent in that he gets these young guys to come and sing some of the
Yeah.
fresh music, but also knows how to bring in Batibale Bakale. I understand. I listen to him more than any other. And then, hey, to be honest, I'm blank. Other than him, I could say Mamela Mambios. But Baba A means as if we got come Kanaka Baba Shapile Diku. None of them are improving. None of them are improving. I don't want to lie. Um, I used to listen to Dr. Dumi, but here now I don't know, man, is it the money he has lost track? So I accept it, I don't know. And they are good guys. They're using the bad, type of people in their production. Karbalata Majita who are just making noise, and at the end of the day, it clouds
Yeah.
whatever they're trying to do. Yeah.
Yeah. And Lungelo, Ngcobo.
Ngcobo. Hmm.
Yes. What do you think of him as an artist?
Has he released an album?
Well, he's released 2 singles. That's what I remember.
Hmm.
Also the television.
Sorry, my man. But I know for a musician, Usha Pulungela. But the problem is with these guys is that they go to school, they learn ABC, but then when they come Morena, they are playing something way different. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, Natangelo, from my point of view, is an amazing organ player. I don't know what are those singles about or how they are, but I respect him for that. But other than that, no, I don't have much to say, guy.
You must go and check. I can like one not attention. I'm all Mama must teach him how to play. So I'm thinking
Eh,
not Lala
yeah.
or not Lala.
No, I'm kind of trying to push the guy Ebaraki Kucho to a standard Mono Bagam Bicha. The other thing about these musicians, let me tell you something. One of them were
Yes.
the first guys to make it in the industry, in the sense that not necessarily because of talent,
Yeah.
but because of connection. Because if you look at the industry, how it works, it's about who you know. Um, Other than that, no, there's no skill required. If I can ask you, when last did you see an audition for a band? Because these guys, so Bolungelo,
Yeah.
Lebo Ngubek, and all of these guys, they had a head start. But who are really talented, you understand? So what I'm trying to do always, Mama should go for lessons, is that I'm trying to give them confidence, man. They should know that they're actually better than these guys. I understand.
Yeah.
Because in my own
Yeah.
honest opinion, if I were to compare the two, the another guy that I tagged, Kucho, is way more talented. It's just that he's underrated.
Yeah. And personally, according to you, how much do you think musicians should be getting paid now versus what they're getting? And I'm talking about proper gigs, like whether it's a DVD recording or it's a corporate gig. Not corporate gig. Let's focus on the gospel space. How much do you think they should be getting paid for the recordings?
Well, in my honest opinion, Mikore, they should not be getting any less than 30K. I understand. That is for
Yeah.
a whole production. Because these
Yeah.
guys, what happens, Mikore, at time they would rehearse over 15 songs. sometimes not all 15 songs make it to the album, but they are underpaid. I feel like at least 30,000, man. It should be fine. It should help. But and there are guys that are getting that amount, but most of the time, come on, about MD, Bosia, Toli, and whatnot. These other guys, Baba Fabo 6,000 and 1.5, and that's it.
Mm.
Yeah. So I feel like
Are you
30,000 should be at least the minimum.
are you going to advocate for them? I curious that in law. Are you gonna be like, advocating for musicians?
The problem is that even though they should be getting about 30,000, the level of
Yeah.
play that SA guys are doing does not deserve that amount. Well, I understand. It's actually the opposite. So the product that they are offering, I man, they should even get 5,000 rand. The 2,000 because it's something that I can play myself. Well, I understand. Who can say for example, album Yagusi. I hear about
Yeah.
what recorded that Radebe, my sister.
Yeah.
I mean, you can literally go there without having rehearsed and sing all the songs. So there's no way I can say maybe the backing vocalist or the band deserves that amount, or even her as a main artist. She doesn't deserve to sell a ticket at that amount. Sometimes it's like about 15 rand. You know what I mean? Hmm.
um and okay, let's openly argue about live performance versus recording. I posted that status more when Dogozo Mbambo was recording, do the
Hmm.
studio recording, of which Dogozo has never done that. Actually, all her albums were live recorded. So this is the first time where I see her in studio. I don't know if you know any where she was in studio before, but this is the first that I actually saw her in studio. And for me, it just reminded me, Ore, this is how bad it is right now, not only in the music space and gospel space, but that's how bad it is due to COVID. Ore, but Tabasa producer the kind of production they used to prior due to COVID. And that's what I said. And you argued on that point. So with me, I don't know if you remember what you said, but
Hmm.
my argument was that with the live, okay, so maybe let's give you a chance for you to argue what I said, because what I'm gonna say is a response to what you are arguing. So, when you said the budget, it doesn't make any difference. What did that mean? Because for me there's a huge difference.
All right. Well, I stand to be corrected more because I did go and do a bit of research, and then I found out, or no, some of the things I said they were premature, in the sense that
Yes.
a budget does count. Budget does really count. To understand. But
Mm-hmm.
also, what I realized, Kore, studio and live, they're two different worlds altogether. So
Mm.
my argument there would be that let everybody start at least Go Studio, because Go Studio, it's not as hectic and as complex as recording live in terms of just singing. I'm not talking about the production side, but also
Yeah.
the production side. If we remove stage and lighting, they're just the same and as live performances. So
But
mm,
okay. But do you know how much it costs to do stage lighting and sound?
well, it depends on the venue. Well, I understand, but roughly for a good production, you're looking at about 500,000. Well, I understand. That is a live performance for everything. You're looking at about 500,000. But now, guys who are doing it but they're doing it got 50,000, and I'm asking myself, how is it possible? But Rababona, Bon, Mambali, just if you can
Nofuna.
say, yeah,
Yes.
you can just tell that production is a 50K production. And that is not something that you can also be proud of as an artist. Why one? You are no able, no man. She said that.
I don't know, cabinet price. You can tell from that production or not. That is just peer pressure. It's not something that they were ready for. You
Yeah.
understand? Live
I,
versus
I,
yeah. You can continue.
I don't know what you did, but I can't hear you properly anymore. Maybe it will be audible, very much audible here. But yeah, echo, echo. I hear myself twice. Oh, did
Let
it?
me. I got it. Is it better now?
Maybe it's because it's doing this for the second time. Yes, you were saying?
Yeah, I'm saying live productions. I talk about the chance in that you should really look at American productions or how the standard they're trying to set versus Runemo. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't say we should go with studio on the basis that it's cheaper only, because studio as well um, has its own challenges, and not everybody can, perform for studio. Well, I
yeah,
understand. Yeah, but
yeah,
but everyone can perform live, because studio is more about perfection than it is
yeah,
live. That's why there are guys that are performing live, are backing live, are playing live. But now, when the album is now taken to the studio for overdubs, they call a different guy or different
yeah.
vocal. Well, I understand, because it's two different
Mm-hmm.
worlds. Well, I understand. But other than
Mm.
that, I feel like all right when you're saying that studio is cheaper. What that will do now, it'll limit the kind of guys that are being used in the industry, because studio definitely has some malama.
Yeah, true.
Mm. I don't know when I want to. What was your initial argument about that? Because I felt like you were only stuck on budget.
Well, it's not being stuck on budget, but budget is what determines what where you do your recording, like where you do your production. For them, right now, it's about budget. It's not that they don't have Untokozo doesn't have access to the best band, the best vocalist, and the best. I mean, she's been working with that all along. She can access any venue right now, you know. But my point is that she cannot go to that level anymore because a budget does not allow her to. And attendance, if you think about it, Pella, this is where they make money. They make money from doing live recordings because there's ticket sales. Right now, there's restrictions. You can't have a certain number of people in one venue, and that's why they cannot do the live kind of um, recordings like they used to back in the days. So for me, that is my argument. Would say right now it's got nothing to do with who they can use, who they can't use. It's about budget. Budget determines all of that. That's my
Yeah, but
argument. Yes.
we did have. Do you remember Benji, what Benjamin Dube used to do? That in his presence
Mm,
thing that he was doing, whereby he would be in a live environment, but no, there was no audience there. So he did not
yes.
sell any tickets, but he was in a live environment.
Yeah.
So we can still go about it that way, or we can do streaming, because streaming is the it thing now. Well, I understand. But
Mm,
we should go to studio on the basis that people won't attend. These guys never had a budget, even in the first place. Bontok also, they were just using connections to make it there. Well, I understand. And if
think so.
I'm to be honest, even Majita were getting paid late. Some of them low
Yeah.
hafi and wasa hafi and whatnot. So I cannot really say she doesn't have a budget now, because she initially had a budget. They've always been struggling. I understand. So,
Mm,
but what I can take from your argument, Ogorno, studio seems as if it's the best option. But what studio does is just to eliminate your stage requirement, your venue, maybe your sound and whatnot. But that is like removing 150,000 from the main budget. Yeah, live. I understand.
mm, mm.
So I don't think. What about now? Let them continue, man. Come for because either way, but they'll never give us the best. Either way, whether by a live, whether by a studio, they'll never give us the best. That's how they are. They don't give 100%. Angie, you know what, man? Remember I told you that I don't have electricity. The phone is dying now. It's on 5%. So I can see what
Yeah.
I can just quickly go charge it up and then come back here or check if there's electricity back because it's like Tima in the middle of the conversation.
Let's do our second part tomorrow. Is that okay?
Yeah, all right. I think that'll help.
Yeah, let's wrap it up and then we'll continue tomorrow.
All right.
All right, cool. We'll see you tomorrow then. Sharp.
Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. I'll pose whatever I wanted to ask you tomorrow.
Yes, and I think then we'll do more engagement because I get today so tomorrow I hope it's gonna be like an engagement on on the second part. Yeah,
definitely. I think now it's kind of reading the atmosphere, but tomorrow we'll know how to do it.
Cool.
So unyaka unje ukhotlelele nalo unyaka ushimisha sona then no stop side then I have to change. You understand? But I want stress.
Nelly rehearsal tomorrow ki main performance.
Yeah, please. Tomorrow let's do the. I thought people are expecting us to be fire, and I don't feel like we've given them that yet. But they want us to name names. No, Mano Utereshoni from Sia what. So I'll do that tomorrow.
Yes, okay. Let's do that tomorrow. All right, sure. Oh, guys. Okay, you heard what was dished today. So tomorrow we'll continue. We'll continue with the session. Okay. So tomorrow we are naming the either it's songs, it's productions, it's whatever. So there's gonna be a back and forth conversation as we're warming him up for him to try. So let's see you tomorrow. Gaddafi,